So we're here in module 3, and again, like we talked about, this is where it starts to get a little bit more tricky. You know, this is where we're starting to ask a few different questions of your short game and can you manage it? So as your skills progress, this is an area that I think you're going to start to really enjoy. This here area here, which you may not have noticed, is actually a little tabletop, and it's designed to only be 2 to 3 paces in either direction. So it's quite penal. So whenever you hit up onto this area, the goal obviously is to get it to stay. If it's not in the right spot, it'll run off in a whole different bunch of directions. So this little tabletop, whether you want to go high and try to keep it up there, or whether you want to go low, this is really going to test your short game and allow you to really fine-tune that really delicate touch around the greens. This little section in module 3, you probably didn't even know that it existed. This is our runway. And the cool thing about this here is as we're chipping, often putting side spin, either hook spin or cut spin. And the goal here is if I can land it on this little slope and have it stay, you can see it moves off to the left. So I've got to land it in a way that it can stay there. So a tricky little shot, but if you can figure it out and figure out how to have the right spin on it, you'll hopefully be able to keep it. Last one, on the runway. So here in module 3, we're going to try from the bunker to hit it up onto this short tabletop. It's a great little section, get you focused on landing it in a very specific area, and obviously trying to control either the height so it doesn't run over or the trajectory. Definitely one of my favorite shots. So let's give it a go here. Feeling a little bit adventurous, I could throw it up here and try to get that to stop. Oh, denied. Up the hill and rolls back down. And that's the fun part about having these shots, is that they're not meant to be hit perfect. We're supposed to be able to experiment and have some good feedback. I'll try and land this one low and let it chase up that hill. And obviously this is a great exercise now in module 3. Keeps you in this little condensed area. You can see it's tricky, and as we use through the modules, every module gets a little bit harder as we move through it. And again, this is a great way to work on your bunker play. If you're a little bit tentative in the bunker and you're worried about that clubhouse behind you, the cool thing is you can turn on an angle here. You got the net behind you, but you also have this ridge line that's running along. So I can try to get it on into this little section here, which is great. If I'm feeling adventurous, I could try throwing it behind and try to use that slope a little bit. But again, a nice little area. We're heading away from all the people, so we're not going to hurt anybody here while we're in this section. And if we do it right, hopefully we can hit a pretty cool little shot. And again, like we're saying, everything just becomes a little bit more elevated now. I've got slopes, so I've got a beautiful little slope here that I can either putt up, chip into, chip over. I've got my tabletop down there, and this is a really fun one that maybe you haven't seen. It's actually this little ridge line that runs across it. If I'm going to this pin here, I can use my imagination and try to hit it on that ridge line there and use the slope to bring it back into the hole. It's a great little chance for you to figure out how to let the ball release correctly and come back down and get close to that nice little pin there. That's a really nice one. We also can turn around. I've got this great little slope here, and I love this little shot here. I'm going to drive the ball into the slope with a bit of spin, let it pop up over and run up. Like I said, you could do so many different things here, but to turn around and be in this area and have all of these different options, it's very cool. Or I could just take that little slope out of the equation and work at throwing it up over the top of it, running it up to that pin there. So in this area, I can use slope, I can finish on the tabletop, I can hit it in, I can go over. This is just a mega of cool little shots around the green here in module 3.